Yeah, welcome to Team Energy Induction. There are many people who are asking us about the procedure of getting the rebuild done at TEI. Okay, so before I speak about the procedure of the rebuild itself, I would like to first explain the main classification that TEI has done. Okay, so this is when we decided in 2024 regarding the three different classifications. Okay, so the first one is the high performance build. Okay, it could be your 100 cc, 115 cc, or 135 cc format. Okay, the exit speed on GPS speed gun. Okay, end of say around 600 meters, so the speed would be limited to around 119 kilometers per hour. So these are not the speedometer indicated figures. These are basically the speed which is read by our action camera GPS as well as speed gun. So it is validated with both. Okay, the next is the extreme performance build. This is the most commonly chosen format of the last 5-6 builds which we have done are all based on this platform itself. We have certain US spec builds as well in this 125 cc, 135 cc, 175 cc. So here the speeds, they range anywhere between 120 to 139 kilometers per hour, again on GPS as well as the speed gun readout. Okay, so which one you want to choose and all those things, that you will need to come down to TI works and specifically discuss with us one to one what the requirement is. So based on that we will suggest what CC to go for and things like that. Next is the race performance build. This is not something we are very keen on offering to customers. Let me tell it straight away, because this is an all-out motor. There are no lights in the machine because it is a complete race format. Okay, the bike becomes it's not a street legal machine anymore. Basically, you won't have any lights, horns, indicators, basically nothing on that. Main focus is on the engine. So we have done two builds. One is my own personal build and another is for my tester whom we call as pilot. So these two builds will be showcasing by end of 2025 now. So and also I would like to mention that every single build that is taken up by TEI, basically there are three mandatory phases. So and it's needless to say it has rigorous testing, validation of the build. Okay, all the electronic evidences that are taken during the testing, the flyby videos, acceleration videos, drag launches, the onboard camera videos with GPS, the speed gun exit speed readouts, everything is shared on social media, primarily on YouTube, and then on, of course, Instagram, Facebook. So I would just discuss only about phase 1 rebuild now, because phase 2 and phase 3 is not for public consumption. Those are all very confidential material, and that would be anyway shared with the customer who has completed phase 1. So phase 1 is something which is put out on public domain. Okay, so this is it. Typical phase 1 rebuild of TI, which every single person who has come to TI till now, they have followed this. Okay, so there is no question as to why you should not follow it. You have to follow it, that's all. You want to get a rebuild by TI, these are all mandatory procedures you have to get by now with it. So the first point is you have to send an email. Okay, now if you don't know how to send an email, I cannot do anything about it. Better don't come to TI, that's all. Okay, you have to mention your real name as per your Aadhaar card. Okay, your age, your professional details. Okay, and then give out details on the existing machine. What model is it, what year it is, whether it is with running FC, insurance, all those details you can give in that. Okay, now there is a process flow chart which is made. Okay, uh, which has been put on YouTube. Okay, there is a video on it which has been put on Instagram as well in the pinned section. Okay, you can go through it. Okay, actually it's the same thing what I am explaining now, because the flowchart also talks about phase 1 rebuild only. Okay, if you want a legit high resolution copy, you can ask over email, I can send it over, that's not an issue. So once you have gone through the flowchart, you have understood how we work and all those things, you have to basically fix an appointment. That is what is mentioned in point number 3 with the CTO. So I'll be there, and yes, there may be my team colleagues as well would be there. Okay, so the bike has to be sent to Mysore. Okay, mm, you will be, see, one thing I'll tell you, of all the customers who have come to us and gone back happily, all right, this is very very important keyword, gone back happily. Okay, they have had full faith in TEI, full trust in TEI's work. This is what we see, and tremendous amount of good attitude. Okay, so you need to maintain that. Again, in the point number 4, I'll be limiting only to high performance build and extreme performance build, as the race performance build is very very case specific. So for high performance build, the day you come and meet me and hand over the bike, you would need to give an advance of 50,000. You want to do a bank transfer, or this Google Pay thing, or cash, it's left to you. Okay, for extreme performance build, the minimum advance is 1 lakh INR. Okay, so this is basically telling that yes, we are interested in TI build, and it's more of a confidence building exercise, nothing more. Okay, and this amount is non-refundable. Okay, so that I'm making it very very clear. So typically we have our team ready over here when you come down. So after taking a small trial in your bike, okay, which may be required to check the other aspects of the bike, not just engine, because engine anyways we are going to rebuild, but what is the issue with the chassis, how is the braking system, etc etc. Okay, so generally this is what we have followed, that the engine is always opened in front of the customer itself. We have absolutely no issue in that, because basically there is nothing to hide in this. All right, so we open the engine, every part of the engine that is not required for TI rebuild is duly handed over to the customer. We make a box, okay, put in all those used parts in that, including small nut bolts, your clutch plates, friction plates, your clutch, it could be your clutch system, depends. All right, so how we discuss and what parts goes inside the bike, those are all, it depends on one-to-one discussion over there. Okay, so next, yeah, so after you have left, so then it is left to TEI. We discuss internally how to go about this build. There may be several outside work involved. Outside work in the sense, it could be painting work, something, man, it could be something related to lathe. Okay, it could be something related to tinkering. There are n number of things. So we need to source parts. Certain parts for extreme performance build may not be available in stock, so we might have to source it from USA or Germany or whatever. Yeah, so that's why the entire exercises, it takes about 4 to 6 weeks, and at times even more. We'll let you know about that. Okay, after paying the advance, what the point number 7 emphasizes is basically the customer has to pay 100% advance as per the BOM, that is bill of material. Okay, of what the items we are going to put in your bike, that is called as bill of material. Okay, unless and until the complete payment is done, engine rebuild will not be taken. Okay, so we are assuming that you have good financial capability, that's why you are in TEI. Okay, this is very very serious thing. You cannot leave the bike here. Okay, and then when we ask you to clear this thing, you take good old 6 months to do that. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. We are going to take your bike and put it outside our works. That's all. Okay, you won't be working on your machine anymore. So there is no EMI policy in TEI. You want to pay the EMI, you pay it to the bank. Okay, you take up loan, do whatever you want. How you manage your finances, that is left to you. TEI is very, very strict with respect to following of guidelines as well as following of timeline. Okay, time is money for us. All right. So yeah, point number 8, basically what we are saying is that the CTO is basically the chief technical officer who decides and does everything. So in our case it is me only, Karthik Datta. So once the rebuild is done, complete rebuild is done, so I keep the bike. Okay. I check the bike for about 100 kilometers. It could be 100 kilometers I could cover in 1 or 2 weeks, basically to check how the bike is running, if the air fuel ratio is perfect. All right. Regarding if there are any timing adjustment, ignition timing adjustment needed. All right, how it is starting in morning, cold weather conditions. All right. So basically focusing on low speed runs, because the bike is being let out for run in, okay, or break in as you say. So it's only low speed handling what we are worried about now. Okay. So before the delivery, the bike is washed. Okay. For Hindu customers, we perform puja as well. I don't know, we have never done it for any other faith of customer, so it's not the right thing to talk about. But definitely for Hindu customers, we do the puja. Okay, we do it at home, we do it at a small temple near our house. If you believe in it, well and good. It's individual faith issue. uh, so we keep the 2T oils ready. Okay. uh, and when customer meets us, we tell him how the run-in has to be done. Okay. Next we brief him about phase 2 rebuilds as well. Okay. And the timeline with which he has to finish the overall project, that is phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, right? When the customer comes here, collects the bike, following all the guidelines. Okay, there is a one very special video we have made on YouTube, which is basically a private video. It is shared only to our esteemed customers who have got phase 1 rebuild done. Okay, their email IDs are added, then they get access to that particular private video. So that video emphasizes on how you have to ride the bike, what can go wrong, what to check, etc, etc, etc. Okay. So and then the post phase 1, the customer is added onto our main TEI WhatsApp group, which basically emphasizes on the ongoing builds. Okay. So where we kind of exchange technical thoughts, giving new guidelines. We keep changing guidelines or some other technical note or anything time to time. All right. So that is what you get access to it. Okay, any pricing implication and all those things. So that's how it is there. Okay. So I hope now at least people are clear as to what and how to get with the build done. Okay. People generally ask me, many people, please give us an estimate. I am sorry, we cannot give an estimate. Okay. It's like asking you need to go, if there is an emergency and you go to an hospital. All right, do you ask for an estimate there? How can they give an estimate without knowing what are the failures? The particular patient who is getting admitted, he might have something related issue related with heart, as well as kidney, as well as liver. You never know, right? So without seeing the engine, without opening the engine, checking out everything, how can I give an estimate? Say, let's say I give an estimate of 1 lakh. You will bring exactly 1 lakh. Okay, but when we open your engine and see, there are thousands of other issues we find out. Now the bill escalates to 1.5 lakhs. Okay, now then what you are going to do? You are going to go and badmouth in public saying TI gave an initial estimate of 1 lakh. They have looted me of 1.5 lakhs. That, this and all. No, sorry. So it doesn't work like that. No estimate. We talk only in terms of advance. Okay. For high performance build, it is 50,000. For extreme performance build, it is 1 lakh. It is mentioned here in point number 4. Okay. And further, during the course of phase 1 rebuild, we are going to give a full blown BOM, that is called as the quotation. Okay. So you will have to clear it completely, whether it is 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, I do not know what it is. Okay. You need to be financially very secure and sound to be first of all coming and stepping inside TEI. All right. Thank you. Har Har Mahadev. Jai Hind.